please welcome our second speaker, Yusuf Mohamed Shire.
Thank you, Sladona. And welcome everybody. Happy Emancipation Day, Happy New Brunswick Day. Take the time to learn about our robust history that reveals our resilience, victories, and communities coming together to recognize the lead, to understand an education which can then lead to action. For far too long, the stories of slaves and their descendants have been kept alive solely in the black communities. It's time for us to teach our children this part of Canadian history so that we can begin reparation necessary to address modern day anti-black racism and the impact that racism and steps of this journey toward reparation will be an official apology to the descendants of the slaves. To bring this issue to the forefront of the Canadian conscience, organizations like New Brunswick African Association, Reach New Brunswick, Black Artist Alliance, they work tirelessly to preserve and to teach black history, the marginalization of African Canadians, by ensuring that all generations of African Canadians learn and explore their heritage in publicly accessible events. Emancipation Day is a special day and time to remember our past and to remember the people who fought for our freedom, the people that we're standing on their shoulders today. Emancipation Day as well is a time to reflect for our present time, taking the time to examine the current circumstances, remembering why Black Lives Matter. When we talk about intergenerational trauma within the African Canadian families, we're looking for generational trauma stretching back from the time of slavery. Pre-1834, tying our present and our past is a way of recognizing how slavery and segregation are actually the roots of anti-black racism. Emancipation Day as well is also about preparing for our future. It's time for us to, it is this preparation, fight for equality, that we will prepare for the young generation for success. United Nations Decade for People of African Descent call for recognition, justice, and development within the recommendation of recognition of United Nations suggests that communities promote a great knowledge, recognizing of respect for the culture, history, and heritage of people of African descent, including through research, education, promote full, accurate inclusion of history, contribution of people of African descent in education curriculum. It also recommends that schools ensure that textbooks and other educational material reflect historical facts, accurate that relate to the past tragedies and atrocity, in particularly slavery and the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade and colonization. So to avoid stereotype and distortion, falsification for all this way leads to racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance, including the role respective of the countries. We want to be able to celebrate with everybody here today for Emancipation Day, and I thank the organizers and the office of David Kuhn and the province for declaring August 1st as Emancipation Day here in New Brunswick. Welcome everybody.